Hello, 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 YouTube. It's your girl Nick coming to you with some quick chat while I have it on my brain about Power Book 2 Ghost. I've been keeping up with the storyline. I watch it religiously, but I never really do reviews for this show or whatever. I just like to enjoy it. But I had a couple thoughts that I just wanted to put out there about my expectations for the show or what my thoughts are and my thought process. Sometimes I'm talking, and as I'm talking, I'm still thinking and things are clicking as I'm saying what I wanted to say. First off, forgive the hair. It's doing what it wanted to do. This twist out is not giving what it was supposed to give, okay? So please disregard the way my hair is right now. It's just I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do hair. So if y'all didn't already know. Um Actually I'm coming up on 1 year being free natural too, because remember I had locks. I cut my locks off February 1st, 2021, after having locks for 13 years. They were thinning and I didn't know what to do, and I never went to a dermatologist to figure out why they were thinning. I was twisting some of them together, and even though it was thin, and I would twist a skinny one that was skinny at the root to one that was thicker, and then it end up getting thinner as well. I don't know what the person who does my hair was doing, but they had my hair thinning. I'm not gonna put it all on them. It's probably some other stuff, my health or something like that too. But back to what we're supposed to be talking about in this video. I went all over. So see that I just go off on a tangent sometimes, but forgive me. All right. So we back to Power Book 2 Ghost. This past episode to me was good, really good. It came on. I was worried when they had that meeting, and Tariq came up with the idea of robbing Mecca slash Dante. I was afraid, very much afraid, not for Tariq so much, but for the whole Tejada family, because to me, I just get Mecca ain't the person to be played with. But mm, mm, mm. My thoughts about the episode are: one, we all knew Ghost was an a-hole, but for him to foresee, in a sense, what he felt like was going to happen with his family in the event of his demise. First of all, I feel like when he wrote Tariq that letter saying, "I knew you always end up here, little nigga," at first I was thinking he knew Tariq was going to kill him. But then I was saying something to somebody else, and I came to the realization, no, I know this is what I really truly think. I thought the character Ghost, thought that somebody eventually was going to kill him. And he thought that somebody, he probably figured that somebody was going to be Tasha because of what had been going on with him and that love triangle with Angie, and him wanting to be with Angie and not wanting to be the biggest drug dealer there ever was, like Tasha wanted him to be. I feel like he saw it coming, and I feel like he thought that Tasha was going to kill him. Tariq was going to have a hand in it or helping her plan it or whatever. By the way, Tariq was acting, because he knew, I mean, towards the end of the Power series, the first series, um, towards the end, he saw how more and more Tasha was doing all the shit to cover up for Tariq and to help Tariq. She was laying it all on the line for her son. Whereas he was trying to get Tariq to man up and take responsibility for the things he done that was wrong. All right. So therefore, he figured they was gonna probably kill him. And with damn, I didn't forgot the child name, but Tariq twin, Raina, with her already being deceased, and Yaz being the only one left, and Yaz basically being with Big Mama most of the time, Ghost probably figured that Tariq and Tasha was gonna get together and do something so he could die. And even though he told the lawyer or the conservator to put a clause in there for Yaz to be adopted and her name to be changed. And I think he did that because in his mind, as I keep saying, he felt Tasha and Tariq was going to have a hand in his death. And he didn't want Tasha to be able to reap the benefits of that money that he left for Yaz because she's the one who took him out. That's why he didn't leave her nothing from the jump. All right. So that's that. He put that clause in there because he felt Tasha and Tariq was going to have a hand in his death. And so he wants Yaz to be adopted where they could, and her name changed where they could never find her. And the adoptive family will get her. And I don't think he had that good of a relationship with Tasha's mama either. So he just didn't even play her into the scenario of getting the money. All right. Like that. All like that. My other thought is this. For for this whole season 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost, I've been wanting Professor Milligram or Milligan, however you say Carrie's name. Milgram, I think that's it. I've been wanting her shit to be put on blast, and I've been wanting her to go somewhere and die. Because the way even though we all know, looking at the show, she didn't have anything to do with Jabari's death and all that kind of stuff like that. Or Detective Ramirez's death, but I just felt like she was throwing Tariq under the bus because she didn't want to get found out for the fact that she been like all the people that's a part of this, Zeke, Whitman, the detective, the overzealous detective, Whitman, we found out later, Davis, all of them have a sexual history with this woman. And it was looking bad for her reputation. And I felt a bit like when she was on the stand, it was a bit, even though Davis was putting her out there to let people know she's not credible because she had a sexual past with the detective investigating it with the person that was murdered, which was Jabari, and with Davis as a defense attorney. He put her business on blast, or her sexual business on blast, because it worked to his benefit, but it almost felt like a little bit like slut shaming too, if you ask me. Also, I wanted her to die, but I did not think that she was going to die like this, So anyway, my other thoughts are when they had did the setup and they was all at Dante's condo, whatever that is, where he lives in that building. When Drew and Lord Guap was walking up the steps, I thought it was odd when Lord Guap gave Drew the grills and the money. And I kind of thought that he was trying to give it to Drew in case something go wrong and they could think that Drew was part of TTG. So Drew can get caught up when Mecca finds out that it was, the Tejadas had something to do with the robbery and all that kind of stuff like that and the taking of the drugs. I feel like that's what Lil Guap was up to. Also, I was so afraid for Drew because I knew that Chef was going to be a problem for Drew if he would have seen Drew in there. Excuse me. I've been having gas in my chest all day and sharpshooting pains in my left breast. I don't know what's going on. But I do have acid reflux real bad. And I took my meds, but still, it's been feeling weird all day. As I was saying, when Kane and Mecca was at the hangar, when they arrived to the hangar, and Mecca was saying that he gotta take out the mole, and he slit Chef's neck. That took me by fucking surprise for a second. That to me, Chef was his second in command, and you gonna kill him. But you know why he killed Chef? He knows damn well that Kane is the mole, but he also knows Kane is Monet's son. And Mecca's ultimate goal is to get Monet. That he wants her. He wants her as his woman. So he's not going to do anything to push her further away from him. And killing Kane would do that. Because he know damn well that Kane is the one that set all this up. He knows. That's why he looked at him like that when that's why he cut his eye at Kane after he sliced Chef's neck. or whatever, and Kane was just standing there looking or whatever. Or I think Kane was walking away in that second. So Mecca is not a dummy by a long shot. But I'm gonna tell you who is one big ass dummy. That damn Ezekiel. Zeke is so dumb and not putting it together. I thought Zeke was gonna go and question who he thinks is his mother about it and find out about Dante. And that Dante really is his father. I thought it was gonna be that. I had no idea that it was gonna be Diana snooping ass and calling the hospital and finding out. And yo, that whole dinner scene, that table scene with Diana was coming to us at that table like Kerry Washington's character Chanel in Save the Last Dance when they was in the club and she was reading Nikki. Nikki was played by Bianca Lawson, who also plays Darla on Queen Sugar. Remember when Nikki was cracking slick towards Sarah, the white girl, and Kerry Washington's character told her, try me, and I'll lay all your shit bare. Well, that's what the fuck Diana did in this dinner scene. She laid everybody's shit bare. Oh my God, she put Kane out there for putting sugar in the drugs, fucking the supply up so that he can get back in. She threw him under the bus. She threw her mother under the bus about the Zeke thing. I don't know how this is going to affect Zeke. What if Zeke hurt himself? After all of this, it was just like, wow, what the freak. Also, Effie and Tariq. My mother and I watched this show together, and we like to talk about it and discuss it. She has, in her mind, convinced herself that Effie really cares about Tariq, wants Tariq for herself. Effie don't really care. Effie care about Tariq enough to want to make a partnership, like a business partnership with Tariq, with the selling of the drugs. But let's not forget the Effie that was at Choke that made Tariq feel like he can trust her. They came from the same place basically, except for his parents had money. We still don't know all about her family history. That's one thing. But she made Tariq feel comfortable enough that once he let his guard down, she stole his shit. She stole his drugs, and she stole some drugs, and she also set him up to go down for selling the drugs. And that's what Effie is still doing to Tariq, okay? Don't get in your mind that she's in love with him and she wants to be with him and she don't want him with them other girls. No, that ain't it. Effie's smart. Her and Tariq are in business together, and she gonna get Tariq to trust her enough to make her his second in command, and she gonna learn him enough to where she can set his ass up again and take over again. That's what Effie is doing. Effie is not in love with Tariq. All right, so we see Monet leave the house when Lorenzo Parr out, tell her to leave. We see her leave the house and run over to Professor Milgram's. I keep saying Milligan for some reason, but it's Milgram. She tells her she lost her family tonight. Everything blew up in her face. Professor Milgram says she lost everything she ever loved that night as well. Her career, her job, and her reputation. Everybody know her sexual reputation and stuff like that. And because of what was said in that courtroom, how they set her up so good, that was real slick how they set her up like that. But she said that, and then we flash back to Tariq and Effie having a conversation. And once we end with their conversation, we go to Zeke coming to Carrie's house, and Carrie is hanging. I knew he was going to walk in and see something, but I didn't expect her to be hanging. So I had to rewind back and listen to what her and Monet were saying to each other again, and I caught it. Monet said, I will never get Zeke back. Zeke will never come back to me if he has you to run to. So I don't know how she did it. I don't know who helped her to do it. But somebody strung Carrie up and hung Carrie. I don't know who did it. I don't know who helped Monet. But somebody helped her because I don't think she did that all on her own. And then the previews, before we get to the previews for next week, the fact that Lauren disappeared. Do y'all think it was her parents that helped her disappear, or do you think she in WITSEC now? I don't know, but that is crazy that she would be put in the middle of all this for a couple of pills. It's crazy, but that's how they do you when they know that they can intimidate you and scare you into doing something. They set you up for the okie doke. And it was so effed up. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Those are my questions about the show. Where I think it's going. I wanted Professor Milgram to be going, but I didn't want it to go down like this. I don't know how I expected it to go down, but I don't know. Or did she hang herself? I don't know. We'll find out sooner rather than later. But damn, Monet, all your shit got laid bare and blew up in your face. But the moment they put it together that Dante and Mecca is one and the same, and I kept thinking when the season first started and they were showing Mecca, I kept thinking that I knew that he was ex-military, but I was thinking that he's not really a drug dealer. Like he is like a federal agent or something, and he's setting it up. And that's why he keep trying to get Monet to come with him and get out of this life. Like he could be her way out, you know. But I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm thinking by season's end, one of them Tejada boys is going to die. I don't know if it's going to be Kane. I don't know if it's going to be Drew. I don't know if it's going to be Lorenzo. But somebody, one of the three is going to die. And I'm thinking one of them is going to take the fall for Tariq. That's what I think. And I don't know how it's going to happen, but that's what my predictions are. We got 2 more episodes to go, I believe, after this one. And it remains to be seen. I don't know if I'm going to come back to the camera about this show when those last two episodes air and talk about them two together. But it's good. To me, it's good. The stuff that happened in this episode, that whole dinner scene was just, it was everything. So that's it. I just wanted to come to y'all real quick. And the real quick turned into 17 minutes at this point. 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button. Hit me up in the comment section of your thoughts and your predictions for the show. And I'll chat with you guys later. Peace.